Hey funnel builders, Mike here from Sell Your Service, and today I want to talk to you about the huge misconception that people make when it comes to pricing their products or services and why customers think it's too expensive, because the truth is you probably are too expensive. Here's the interesting thing, you don't have to reduce your price in order to be seen as not expensive. I want to show you the formula that you need to use to stop your customers thinking that you're too expensive. Hey funnel builders, Mike Killen here from Sell Your Service. If you're a funnel builder, you should subscribe because I produce new videos every single week to help funnel builders like you attract more clients, increase your income, and sell more funnels. I've got some free training in the description below teaching you how to build marketing funnels that customers want to buy. At its core, I want to show you how Ryan Deiss sells marketing funnels, how you can scale your funnel business to profitability, and the 5 funnel types that customers want to buy. So this here is what your customer sees when you put a proposal in front of them and they say, oh, it's too expensive, or we can't afford that, we don't have that kind of money, we weren't expecting it to cost that much. Whenever there is a difference between what they're expecting to pay and what you're expecting to charge, that's the problem with price. And the reason for that is because they view your price as being up here, but the value you deliver as being down here. Now, whether that's true or not is not the point, because that's the customer's perception. The saying, the customer is always right, means this here. This model here explains the customer is always right, because it's impossible to change the customer's perception of your price being up here, but your value being down here when that's their mind. That's their mind made up. You can change it. It's difficult, but you can do it. But more importantly, if you start and your value matches the price, or more importantly, your value is up here, it's above the price, that's when they're going to want to pay for it, because the perceived value is higher than the price they're going to pay. You see, what most funnel builders and a lot of service-based businesses will do is they'll try and match the customer's value by dropping down their price, and they'll end up coming down to here and valuing it, their price, at the value that the customer has perceived it as. This is not necessarily the customer's fault, however. It usually means that you haven't done a good enough job explaining what the benefits and potential future are for you working on their project. Most people, if they get confused, they'll come right down to price, because I can understand that 10 is a bigger number than 8 and 12 is a bigger number than 10. You see how quick I did the maths on that? Yeah, not just a pretty face. But you can see how quickly customers would boil it down to basic numerics if they don't understand the value that they're getting. And that's usually why they're confused. The reason the value is down here is so low is because you're only using 1/5 of this pricing pie. What most funnel builders do is they take the whole concept of the price and they look at what they're going to deliver, and that is the only thing they explain to the customer. So what you deliver is the bullet point features. It's landing pages, email marketing, social media marketing. It's the stuff that you're going to be doing. It's the ingredients that you as a funnel builder are bringing to the customer. And this part here goes into the value. This bit here is essentially what you're going to deliver. And the customer is only going to understand a certain part of this. Our job is to raise the value above the perceived price in order to make it a really obvious purchase. It should be something they're investing in, because what they're going to be buying is higher than the price. And the way you do that is not by lowering your price, not by increasing the number of things that you deliver, but by adding to this pie. And the first thing you need is the niche. Now, your niche is the hyper-specific problem or solution that you deliver to a group of people that no one else wants to serve. It's not an industry, it's not necessarily a marketplace. A niche is something that you become. Are you more likely to take your 1960s red Ferrari that you want restored to showroom quality? Are you more likely to take that to a standard auto garage that just kind of does all sorts of cars and doesn't really have a speciality, or to a garage that says, we only work on red 1960s Ferraris and restore them to showroom condition? Of course you're going to go after that one. If you are going after a niche, and if you are appealing to a niche by creating content, writing blog posts, creating videos, focusing your products, the more focused you are on the niche, the increase in perceived value. Automatically, the value is increased. So now we're up to here. That's with our niche. The clearer you are on your niche, the higher the increased perceived value. The next thing we need to look at is the future. What future are you going to be delivering to your customer? This is the biggest thing that people misunderstand and ignore when they're creating, trying to create a product or a service for a customer, particularly around the proposal stage. A lot of people will write their proposal or do their pitch and they'll focus on the delivery bit rather than thinking, what is the future that the customer is going to experience? How is their life better? When you can answer the question or finish the sentence, in the future my customers can, ... that's how you know you're beginning to create a crazy good and valuable customer service. When the customer can perceive the future that they're going to be in and the future that they're going to be experiencing and the better life that they're going to be experiencing, they're more likely to buy. And when we understand and position the future to that customer, it pushes our value up a little bit further. Next up is time. Now, time is something that I think a lot of people ignore. It kind of basically revolves around things like the investment, how quickly they'll get results, how quickly they'll continue to get results, how many results they'll get within a given period of time. Time is something that massively changes based on the investment level that the customer is willing to put in as well. Let's say that I have 3 products that help people grow their email list. The first thing I've got is an opt-in blog post service where I go across all of your blog posts, I install opt-ins and email captures, and I do all your lead magnets and the redirects and the automation, and that's a $35,000 program. Why? Because the amount of time that the customer has to invest is relatively low, because I'll be doing all of the work. They'll see accelerated results and they'll see greater results in a shorter amount of time. And because we're allowing them to not invest all of their time and we're doing it, the perceived value is higher. However, let's say the second product that I've got is slightly lower tier. It's a software that I sell to them. They can install it on their site and it's $100 a month or whatever it might be. Because their time investment is more than my time investment, the perceived value is slightly lower. So therefore it might only get up to like this point. And the last piece is a book, for example, or a blog post. It takes time for them to read it, consume it, and implement it, and the time it takes for them to get results will be longer. Therefore, the perceived value will be less. They're having to invest more time, it will take longer to get results, therefore they're happy to accept that it's going to be less value, and therefore we can't charge as much. So that might be here for the book. And the final piece, and perhaps the most important, is the benefit. Or another way of looking at it, because I've talked about benefits being futures as well, is the emotion. Now, emotion is the only reason that people make decisions. People think that they make decisions logically or based on reason and fact, and they don't. They make decisions based on emotion. If you can understand the driving why behind the decisions that someone is making or the choices they're making, they're more likely to buy. For example, does someone buy satellite TV at $150 a month because they want to have access to 1,200 channels? Or what are they actually buying is a really easy way for them to relax after a really hard 8-hour shift at work. They're buying the emotional pull of being able to relax and chill out after an 8-hour shift, not just access to 1,200 content pieces. For a marketing funnel, you might be allowing them to sell their business. You might be allowing them to bring their kids on to take over the business. You might be allowing them to increase revenue so they can go away. You might be helping them with automation systems that allow them to spend more time at home. You've got to understand the emotional pull and the emotional benefit to their life and how their life is better before you can start to charge higher prices. And as soon as you begin to understand those benefits and the emotional pull behind what it is that they're going to want to do, you're going to push the value of your product up massively. So when you have all of these as a part of the pricing pie, you're going to find that customers are going to understand exactly why you're charging that much. You've got what you deliver, everyone knows that. The future you're delivering to the customer. The niche that you are a part of and you've created and you're the number one player in. The time invested from the customer's perspective into that product and business, and the benefits or the emotion around their life and how their life is better after working with you. Does the pricing pie work? Does that help you understand your pricing model? Are those 5 components things that you're going to work on within your business and your funnel business? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I'm Mike from Sell Your Service. I'll see you on the next video, and make sure to hit that like button and share button if it was useful, if you thought that this was something worthwhile and that you want other people to know about. I'd really appreciate it if you gave us a share or a comment. In the meantime, I'll see you in the next video. Keep building those funnels. I've got some free training in the description below on how to build a $100,000 marketing funnel with WordPress, where I teach you the themes, plugins, and automation that you need to build and sell funnels using WordPress. Thanks for watching, guys. I've got a couple of videos here which you might be interested in, talking about funnel related topics like how to price a marketing funnel and how to find your first marketing funnel customer. In the meantime, if this video was useful, hit that like button, make sure to leave me a comment and subscribe if you are a funnel builder. I'll see you on the next video. Keep building those funnels.